Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, friends, guests. Thank you for the opportunity to be here before you this morning to speak on a topic that is extremely popular, but just as extremely, persons in the business community are not aware how effective this offense of money laundering can be against them and their businesses. The offense of money laundering came into law during the President Clinton's administration. It was thought of a type of offense that goes or went beyond a simple fraud, a simple racketeering, a simple theft. The offense of money laundering is an offense where persons who are extremely expert at business, accounting, financing, or banking. Indeed, a person once said, a man who had never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the entire railroad. That man was no other person than Franklin D. Roosevelt. He saw how critical it is, how necessary it was to have something that would attach itself and attack the benefits, the proceeds of a crime, way beyond just sending the person to prison. So, the offense of money laundering came into legislation. Why do we need money laundering? What is money laundering? Money laundering came about to address extortion, bribery, to curtail corruption in business places and private and public entities, to address ill-gotten gain, monies that can be hidden and used to benefit the criminal from his or her criminal activity. The money laundering offense also affected, beyond the normal other offenses and penalties, it affected those persons who aided, abetted, assisted, or in any other way helped the criminal to hide, dispose of, or benefit from the proceeds of that criminal's crime. There are three limbs to the offense of money laundering, and those limbs I will address to you in very simple terms for the time that I will be here. The first limb is that of placement. I went to Nicole's house as a robber, and I stole this bottle, and I walked over, having robbed or stolen the bottle from Nicole's house, to Jesse, who is a person of business that I know buys bottles. And I give her or him the bottle, and Jesse pays me for the bottle. I now have $20 from my crime of stealing the bottle from Nicole. Jesse gave me $20, so I have benefited $20 from that theft. That's not money laundering yet. There's another limb to the money laundering, and there's something else that I must do with this $20 to fall into that category, that of placement, which is the second. The placement of the $20 then that I got from Jesse, I will give to George, who is the banker. So I have removed the crime of theft, hidden it through a transaction with Jesse, and now I am potentially going to benefit from that crime with the $20 in the bank, in an account, which may or may not be in my name. It may be in my grandfather's name, my mother's name, my godmother's name, and things like that. There are 3 laws that the government introduced to affect this. Banking Secrecy, the Money Laundering Act, and the Patriot Act. These acts are very severe on business persons. The penalties which the acts will introduce to you is very severe. It's severe on the employees of the bank. $500,000 is the basic penalty. The ultimate penalty, though, for the business person is that of sudden death. How do you send a company to sudden death? By revoking the banking charge or license. Because the bank would have aided me and allowed me to benefit from the crime of money laundering. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very serious offense. It is so serious that the government has made it a federal offense and all the states are following. It's a very serious offense. To aid a drug dealer, a robber, a burglar, a fraudster in business, and to allow that person to benefit from their fraud, theft, robbery, is to allow money laundering to develop and to continue. I hope this morning that I have informed you of the seriousness of this crime. And for all business persons here within my voice, the hearing of my voice, I hope that you will take note that innocently, intentionally, or unintentionally, by doing business in the cash industry, you may be aiding and abetting a money launderer.